graduated with a degree in criminal justice from Hamlin, and I wasn't totally sure that's what I wanted to get into. And one thing that I always had a passion was my parents used to buy rental properties, and I always thought that was pretty cool, so I thought, what the heck, why not? I'll get my real estate license, see what happens, and go from there. I would say I'm good at staying on common ground, if that makes sense. Everyone's got the same goal when it comes to real estate, it's to get the transaction done. So I try to work with both sides as much as I possibly can, just so ultimately everyone's outcome is a happy one. I remember I was doing a final walkthrough and I beat the buyer to the house, probably 10, 15 minutes or so. And I got there and the house was full of stuff. The buyers got there and they're like, Ryan, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna close this in the next hour? And I said, we'll do anything we can, we'll figure it out. Well, about 5 minutes later, the sellers showed up and I looked at the sellers, I took my jacket off and I said, where do you guys want me to start? So I went in the house and I carried boxes for them for probably, it was a good hour, right up until closing. We got everything out of the house just in the nick of time. It was actually a miracle, we got it done. I would say the biggest thing about being on a team is I don't have to do everything. I don't have to do marketing, I don't have to do paperwork. I get to focus all my attention on helping people buy and sell, and that's it. To make a couple phone calls here and there. Otherwise, I'm out there helping people try to find a new home or help people sell a home. Being part of a team, I can make myself available much more easy than your standard single solo agent. So actually we're standing out here on Little Elk Lake right now in Zimmerman. My parents live 8 houses down, which is where I grew up. I would have never guessed that I would have lived here my entire life. After going to school in St. Paul, I will say that was not my lifestyle, and this just fit me better, and I can't imagine not being here at this point. What I like most about Zimmerman, Princeton, Elk River area is just the small town feel. Everywhere in Minnesota people are nice, but in this area I feel like people have the little something extra. There is probably over 10 lakes in a 10-mile radius here. I grew up on the lake. I love the water skiing, tubing, water sports. I love spending time out doing that and just floating around on the pontoon and having a good time. I would say if you know me as a family and friend, you probably know that I grew up like literally spending my entire life playing hockey. If you don't know me, that's literally all I did was play hockey. I would shoot pucks in the driveway. I lived at the hockey rink. I played on more teams than you can even count. It was my life, so. I would definitely say now would be the Minnesota Wild, but obviously the Wild have not been around always. Even before the Wild were here, I'd have to say the Dallas Stars just because of the Minnesota North Stars. Mike Modano was always my favorite hockey player, so. So I've been coaching with my dad in Princeton. This is my 4th year now, I believe. I actually used to coach, though, a bunch of other summer hockey programs for other high school teams around the state, mostly teams more in the metro, some private schools down there. And I also used to do a lot of youth hockey coaching as well. I'd run summer hockey programs and some winter teams as well. A lot of weird stuff happens in real estate. I can't share any of those stories. So that is what you call a wakeboard bench. And that's that.